Before you think you miss or love someone, masturbate first.
It didn't work. I still miss you, Grandma.
See? Welcome to the show.
That opening's just wrong on so many levels. It almost put me in a somber mood. But 1 year.
Since what? Since the herpes
Year
cleared
one.
up?
Ouch cash. Year one. Huh?
Hey. Anniversary. Welcome.
It's our anniversary.
Well, it's our anniversary from us coming back because originally we tried this out back in 2017.
I don't know what you're talking about. That didn't exist.
2017?
That didn't. Nope. That year was the year before everything went to crap. So, no.
2017, we tried 3 attempts. 3 attempts.
Was it 3?
3 attempts.
I thought it was 2.
No, 3 different times we tried it. The third time was a little smaller. It was when it was couples. Christina was in it.
I don't think I was in that one.
I don't think you were there.
No, I was in the one.
Shout out
Adonis
to you,
and everyone
babe.
else. That's the episode 0, the one that's out, the pilot.
Yeah.
That's out. You were out. You were on the other ones. You were not available for that one, which was terrible.
If there was no Enrique, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. We had some great stuff on the first 2.
It's too chaotic though, man. There was like so many voices, and it was less. It felt less like. I mean, I'm not saying that what we do is fully structured, but at the end it felt just like people just talking and hanging out, which is fine if that's what we were going for. But I kind of like the idea of more targeted discussions.
You know how many people were in the studio? 18.
It was
18
If you
people.
were able to sit through episode 0, God bless you.
Well, episode 0. Okay, no, the first one. There's like negative zeros. There's 2 before episode 0.
Oh, wow.
The first one had 18 people. The second one had like 12, and then the next one had, I think it was 8 or 9 on episode 0. And it was tryouts. I had to see who fit most. Off the top, I knew that I needed Enrique from the first episode. I was like, I need Enrique. And then, of course, you guys were always part of my idea.
We made the cut.
Yeah, you guys made the cut.
You
you guys,
need to cut
you guys were
it.
always part of it, but some females that were in it.
For y'all who didn't make the cut, screw you.
Although we still need females in this, man. We got to have that female voice here. I think that'd be cool.
Some of the other people that were there are still good, and they're still part of the show. They have busy lives, like Cisco. Cisco's part of the
hear that,
family.
ladies?
He's part of Cisco. Come back home. His brother Marco as well, but he's busy doing his thing.
Right.
And then they keep going, but the rest I think we could. Oh, and Javi. Javier Solorzano, when he does the Lucha Cats.
Lucha Cats. Shout out Lucha
he's
Cats.
He's also part of it, and he had his YouTube show called The Medianoche Show. He had all that stuff.
So we need a female co-host. So
Yeah.
ladies, send
His
in
name is
your
George.
send in your audition
I don't
tapes
identify as a
and
woman
your
today.
photos to Enrique at Gmail, and there's a casting couch just for you.
There really is this time a casting couch, though.
Oh my god! You know what? Leave my lovely calm corner alone. Okay, it's nothing but wholesomeness that happens up there. Hey, for the Squid Squad out there, we're in my classroom, and I have like this a smart board, and then there's a couch there and a rug, because I like for the kids to sit there while I'm instructing on the smart board, right? And so I feel like it's a way for them to relax and to engage, and but these guys keep on turning it into some nasty thing. It is not a casting couch, people.
Shout out Marty, because he was the one who said it originally, and you can't unsee it after that.
No, it's a wonderful couch. It's a little stained.
No, it's clean as hell. What are you talking?
No, it's from like coffee and stuff. What do you?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
No. That thing has been washed. And I mean, I take the covers off once a week and take them home to wash. Come on,
Once a week, huh?
And then I have a protective cover over it, that gray blanket
Protection.
over it.
Yeah, I hope you use protection.
Oh, jeez.
No Harvey Weinstein up in here. Just come in. Just lay down.
You guys are wrong.
Relax.
Can
I get you a cup of coffee?
So
Moving right along.
think about a year ago, and I want to say this,
Yeah.
that I love how like the first conversations we had when we started this up again was like how big did we want this to be in regards to people involved, and And I remember like initially it was like, okay, well, I remember us having this conversation about like, well, we want to make sure we have more voices, and it's like, no, let's keep it down to the small group. And then when we all recorded together, that first one, and how good it felt, right? Like the discussions that we all had, and the 4-way discussions, and it just was like, yeah, that's when we knew like this was the format. This was the what worked. Yeah. And then just inviting people in as we go on, because we want to have different voices, but the core voices here I think is what works.
And it's funny, when one of us is missing, it kind of changes the dynamic.
For
and
sure.
And it feels, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me it feels off. Like we had Ray here, filling in for George. And
Shout out Ray.
Shout
out to Ray.
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 It was fun and everything, but the energy was different than it was when it was us four.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but like I like having guests here, but I like having the core a little bit more
100%.
sometimes.
It's fun.
100%.
Like, I think we get the fun. And, when a guest comes in and they bring that different energy, it's awesome. But, like, sometimes that fun is different. And so the conversations have been awesome. It's crazy. Since we started and we have, like, we're working on, like, some bigger and better things, like, we started a Discord for O.U.C.H, and we've kind of had some nonsense start over there, and I look forward to the day when like our Discord blows up and we have like all kinds of like memes flowing through there, and like it's just a constant scroll of our nonsense with like our Squid Squad out there.
Yeah.
And even coming up with the name Squid Squad, it annoys Angel, which is like my favorite thing in the world.
It only annoys me because it's wrong. It's like it's a different cephalopod. Squid, octopus, two different things, man.
Yeah,
Two different things.
we're the octopi and they're the squids.
Okay, squid versus octopus. Okay.
See, but it's all in the alliteration, though, man. You got Squid Squad. It works. Squid Squad. It works, man.
Hold on. I gotta point out that someone said Bazinga. So
Yeah.
fuck you, Doyle. What are some of your favorite moments from the last year from us recording? Like what segments that we covered that you guys were like, that was pretty badass?
Oh man, there's been so many. One of my favorite ones was when we were doing the episode and we talked about we were talking about the plan C.
Plan C for chili.
For chili.
Yeah, that
made me
classic.
laugh. Yeah.
You know what? I really enjoy listening back to some of the episodes because there's stuff that I missed that was said, or like I'll rehear it again and I think it's like really funny. It's not even stuff that I say per se, but like hearing like, there was an episode where we were talking about like sexy trash cans from Sweden and George said cum dumpster, and I lost it in the car while I was listening to it, and I was laughing just as hard as when he said it the first time.
Of course, there's Olga and the aliens.
That was awesome.
That sticks out. It's still become a running fucking joke or like a meme for us, or Titanic Leo.
I was just about to say, I got to go back to the first time we were back and we reminisced on Titanic, and I'm still mad at Rose. On TikTok, hold on, I'm about to rant. On TikTok, they've exposed that the size of the door, somebody did like an actual like diagram and found the original door from the Titanic and how big it was, and they took photos and they like measured this thing, and then there's a museum that has the door where she was supposed to be on. They measured his height and they measured her height, and they proved that there is more than enough room on this door for this selfish skank known as Rose, who could have helped him. Y'all could have switched. That's all I'm saying.
I touched the button. So moving on. George?
I'm done.
George?
Surprisingly,
none of it. I don't listen to the show. I'm not a fan.
no. I was gonna say the one episode where I wasn't on, when you guys were talking about Dragon Ball.
Oh man.
Oh man, we missed you on that episode.
That was a
pretty
great episode, and it felt so wrong to do it without you.
I feel like you had a Vegeta quote that was desperately lacking. That I was like, "Dang, where's George?"
Yeah,
that was pretty
a fun
tight.
one.
Just listening to all your guys' perspectives on it, and then because I'm basically, when I came into the franchise, I came in on Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
But listening to you guys and your guys' experience with Dragon Ball was interesting, because it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just go back and check it out.
Check it out?
Yeah, because I went from Z on forward.
Oh, you did? You never?
But I
you never
skipped
saw...
GT.
Oh.
Yeah, Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
Like I didn't have enough sense, but I had enough sense to skip that.
Another discussion that we had that I thought was hilarious was when we were talking about wrestling, man, and we all just got
Ultramania.
it started off like really just like, oh, we're only going to talk about it for a little bit, a little segment, and then it turned into the whole like episode, and then we end up renaming it to Ultramania because like we just like all remembered all of the good stuff from Macho Man and the Nature Boy and then
Ultimate Warrior,
and then later on into the Attitude Era, just good stuff, man.
And we still only touched the surface. Like we could talk about wrestling for days on this show
And we
bring in
will.
guests.
We
And
will.
There will be an Ultramania 2.
There will be next year. It'll become like an annual
Hulk
thing.
Hogan, we coming for you.
Oh yeah, brother.
Right now, I've noticed like a trend. Right now, it's upticking because of the changes that have been happening.
Oh yeah, Vince
I've
McMahon
noticed
is
this
out.
We got another pervert out of there.
Paul
Huh?
Levesque is in,
There's
or
a-
Hunter, or Triple H, whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot more traction. I've seen more videos on YouTube from different people. I've seen these recently. I just saw a great like 30-minute thing on the what happened to Bret Hart. When he ended up losing the belt and sort of the
Montreal Screwjob.
There you go. Yeah, and that was really eye opening stuff like that. So I know that we definitely have an audience for that. So I'm really excited to at some point revisit that sort of thing. But
Vice does some great stuff, some great documentaries
Vice?
on. Yeah, they like the plane ride from hell. It's not stuff that happened in the ring. It was like a plane trip coming back from like Europe,
Yeah.
where all the wrestlers like got way too drunk on a plane and stuff started happening. And there's like all these stories of like different wrestlers getting into like some stuff.
Is that the one? Is that the one where like the back when the general public did not know about the
No,
jobbers and kayfabe?
it was huge. It was like in 2002.
Oh.
Ric Flair like exposed himself. He's the Nature Boy, all right.
He brought it out. Woo!
He's basically butt
Rolex
naked.
wearing.
He's basically butt
On his
naked,
dick.
and he opened his robe to like the stewardess. Mr. Perfect and Brock Lesnar get into a wrestling match and bump the door and almost open the door on the plane. Like it was chaotic. I think they stole or they cut somebody's ponytail off. It might have been Michael Hayes. They cut his ponytail off and like hid it in someone's bag while he was asleep. Like that, it was crazy. There was so many stories that happened.
I would love
on
to
that.
have that as a movie.
I would too.
That would be fucking awesome.
that
would
would
be
be
awesome.
awesome. When you said Nature Boy exposed himself and Doyle like pantomimed it by like putting his arms out. In my head, I'm thinking of every single time Nature Boy did that in when he comes down from the ring and he takes off his coat. And now I'm just thinking like, oh shit, there's his dong right there.
What's crazy is how comfortable they are with him being naked. Like all the other wrestlers are like, yeah,
That's
Nate. That's his nature.
That's how he goes.
Because he was having a hard time holding his alligators down. See, there you go. I mean, you got it. I'm bringing that back, man.
All right, we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah.
What other ones are there? Some of the newer ones are pretty good. Some
Yeah.
of our guests have been great. Angel, the cop.
That was fun.
He
I
was
really
great.
like that one.
He's actually going to be doing his podcast soon. I think he already started. So
Oh, nice.
we might have him in to promote that and talk about his podcast. Great guy.
Absolutely.
Who else? Brenda.
Brenda
was
was
the glam
shout
vamp.
out Brenda.
Yeah.
Glam Vamp was
Chaos, but awesome chaos.
Hey, she brought
Shout out to
churros.
her.
There ain't no
She
chaos
She
when
brought
you
churros,
brought
man.
churros.
She brought fucking a
brought
plethora of churros.
And I love that she had the
Chucky
doll.
and Tiffany.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
bring her back.
Those go
not
all over the
for-
place.
Not just because like she's gonna bring churros, but
Yeah,
like
that's why.
yeah.
We got to bring her back to those churros, man. Sorry.
No, she had some really, really great stories though. Like I remember the one that she talked about, like the guy that like died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we barely touched the fucking the top with her. We didn't get too deep because I mean
We didn't
were
touch nothing.
And we didn't
Go to
go
the
deep in at any level.
You know what I mean? Shut up. And then we have to have Cisco back, of course,
For sure.
But he's
Always
busy.
Shout
And
out
then-
Cisco,
Yeah, he's around. And who else have we had here? Marty.
Marty.
You said that what's
Adil.
Adil? He's back, right?
That's what he's
back and
Doyle's
he's
friend.
married.
He's back in the country. He's
In
married,
Arizona.
but he moved to Arizona, so we're gonna have to fly him in or something for
I say road trip to Arizona, man. Matt's
that'd be
big,
awesome.
Matt's Big Breakfast, dude, you guys would love that place. I mean, the food out there is insane.
See, that's how you win me on a road trip. Tell me somewhere to go eat, and I'm there.
The problem with
there's
Arizona
five-
is there's Arizonians there.
You know what?
Ignore them and go eat because there's like 5 awesome places to eat. Dude, Arizona has some amazing places to eat.
I'm Mexican. I don't think I'm allowed in Arizona.
Phoenix is pretty. You see our peeps. Our peeps are all
I've been
over
there.
it.
No, I've been there.
If my wife ever wanted to get me to go across country, all she needs to do is map out man versus food.
Nice.
There's a Waffle House right here.
I'm there.
No, we definitely need to have a deal back though, because he needs to do over, poor guy. he went in deep with like that, with them bitches.
You got a little misogynist there, huh? That's all right, you guys. We know he ain't like that.
Nah, he ain't like that. He ain't canceled.
He's worse.
Wait,
The
who said
views
that?
of the deal
Who
are
said
not the
that?
views of the Ouch podcast. Yeah, they are, but
No,
No, they're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Marty,
Ouch Podcast, LLC.
Marty, Ray. Now we've had quite a couple guests here.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
You know what? I look forward to being more racist in this next year.
Wow.
More offensive.
I see the headlines now. This is the thing that's going to come back 10 years from now.
Are you the one who's gonna take over for InfoWars? Is that what you're gonna do?
Are you going to be selling that? What is it? That frog shit?
Gay frog.
Frog shakes.
They're making the frogs gay. Oh, woo. Sorry, I can't do it. I'm too much energy for that.
They're making the frogs gay.
Well, how else do you explain the frogs butt fucking each other?
Boredom.
They're making the frogs gay.
You guys.
Ribbit.
Okay. I'm not saying he was wrong.
Wait, hold on.
For her pleasure.
Shh, everybody,
I'm
calm
not-
down. Doyle's is gonna
Okay.
try to defend.
No, I'm
Alex.
not. No, I'm not. That
Hold
is
on.
not what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's go.
I
your
don't
daddy
know
Alex, what?
if he was wrong in the facts that he was presenting when
Yes, he
he
was.
said what he said.
Yes, he was.
But why in God's green earth would you come up with that as like that's what you're landing on? Gay frogs? Like, I mean,
Be a gay
serious?
fish.
You like your fish sticks?
I think Kanye got canceled because of the gay fish joke from South
You
Park
know what's
years
funny?
ago.
He still doesn't get that joke.
He still doesn't.
He
get it.
really still doesn't get it.
That's what makes it even funnier. It's like, I mean, look, I'm not a Kanye fan. You guys all know how
He's
much
in
In the
I
first
fucking love
episode,
that.
you were,
But
he's
you
getting-
were screaming F Kanye way before he got canceled by
Yeah.
all these other companies.
yeah, in the past ones, I was a big hardcore hater
You're a
of him. But,
trendsetter, sir.
oh, thank you. But let me flip the script on you. I'm
Let me
defending him
flip
a
this slit.
the slit on
Defend this.
Freudian slip there. I defend him now just because of the fact that he's sick. There's something wrong with him right now, and everyone's taking advantage of it.
Wait, right now?
Can I say
Well,
though,
he's always been sick, but before he was just an asshole that was just had fucking podium to talk from, like kind of like I do on this one. But
a bully pulpit is
Yeah.
AKA Angel is going to take over all of Kanye's endorsements.
I'll be
Adidas?
maybe bringing out those ugly Adidas sponge shoes that he has.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, yes, is he sick? 100%. But you know what? The fact is that the stuff that he's saying and doing is bad. And I mean, he's at a certain level in terms of like how much money he has, how much power he has.
Words are bad. Okay.
I think that it's dangerous. We can't give him a pass. I don't want to defend him.
I'm not giving him a pass. I'm not giving a pass. But what I'm saying is now the vultures are around him.
Yeah.
Highlighting these issues
Right.
more and not getting him the help he needs.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're not going to.
He's got to go back on his medication. He's got to fucking do a mea culpa and do all this other shit instead of going down his fucking having interviews with Pierce Morgan, calling him boy, and
I'm going to get
doubling down on
serious
the
for like...
fucking shit.
I'm going to get serious for like
Balls.
10 seconds here. I think as a country, we need to like really figure out a way to screen mental health. Because I've been saying that Kanye was like that for years. And
Yeah.
we've seen it for years. When he stormed the stage and talked about, and cut off Taylor Swift, like everyone's seen it for years, but now like it's a thing, right?
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like, oh, it's a mental health thing, we've seen it for years. Like really it took us this long to like actually do something about it and say this man needs help.
Yep.
And all we did was empower him and enable him by saying, oh yeah, Kanye, you're special. We should give you a shoe deal and $50 million. Like I don't know where it like took off and where like society got to that point, but like I mean, if we can enable Kanye, why are we enabling everybody on the street and all this stuff? And we see it every single day. Everyone sees all these mental health issues, but like, what do we do about it? We got to figure something out, because as a country, we're screwed if we can't figure out, hey, that person's crazy. In the 80s, we just called them crazy, and then everyone knew to stay away from them. We didn't put them on TV.
That's not true. Think of all of the evangelicals of the 80s. Those people were clearly crazy. And,
Yep.
You know, I just think there's always going to be
Politicians.
there's always going to be a access to these people. These people, because there's something interesting about them. People like watching these personalities, and we absolutely put them up on a pedestal, and we put them out there. There's a platform. That's the word I was looking for earlier. There's there's a platform for these people, and so you know what it is. What we besides mental health, and I 100% agree with you. We need to screen that better. The other thing is that we need to find a way to get over this celebrity. Lust that we all have. I mean, now because social media, everybody's a celebrity, right? We've talked that to death in the past year, but
no, we just need new celebrities. People make us celebrities.
Yeah, well, we make each other celebrities on social media.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what's awful about like today's celebrity. Today's celebrity is people with no talent doing nonsense to get famous. Like people are.
We're looking at you, Kim K.
Yeah, we're drawn to the car crash. Like you can't look away, right? And that has become celebrity. But celebrity without talent is not really celebrity. Like it's no reason to like actually care. It's just a reason to like look. And unfortunately, and I'm speaking to you now, advertisers, you guys need to pick your celebrities and your endorsements a little bit better, because if this person doesn't have talent, I don't care how much influence they have. Like you're endorsing mental health. Why would you do that? Like that's the problem.
Because it's fun. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, but I get that it's fun and that's what social media is for, but don't put money behind it. Don't make a advertisement to the masses behind it. Like let them go to the internet and find it on their own, but don't endorse it and give them $50 million, because what you're doing is you're making people idolize that lifestyle. And then eventually what ends up happening is people want that lifestyle for themselves. So what you're doing is you're encouraging people to have more mental health issues. Be like Kanye and get money like Kanye. No. You see how the music stopped? It made my point for me. No, don't do that no more.
that was pretty good, right? We couldn't have planned that better. That was very good.
Yeah.
But I agree. I agree. The thing that happens is this person gets a platform. He becomes popular, and because the numbers, justify it, everyone thinks I need to do that as well, and then they go for it. They do that. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy, and we need to be better about calling it out. But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm definitely a pessimist in these things, because I think it's like it's an avalanche, and all you can do is just either ride it or get out of its way. So.
I'm a pessimist because of the politics. I don't trust the political process to focus on things that really matter. I don't understand how like you always seem to figure out a way to tax something that really doesn't matter behind something that's really important.
Isn't it insane how this country's budget, most of it goes to the military, but when it comes to education, hospitals, roads, and all that, we just never have money.
Yeah,
it's because
the case.
The military is the number one business in the country. They make more money.
That's ridiculous.
Pimping out our army to other countries, which is.
You know what's even funnier than that? If you look at the track record of the military, it's a losing fucking business, because we haven't really won any wars.
We don't have to.
We just go in and just destroy and just rebuild and then leave when we think we're done with the money.
Well, I'll just say this. If our military, the number one military in the world, and shout out to anyone who serves, because you're not the problem. It's the leadership.
It is the leadership.
If they were to take over,
it's the military politics. That's what it is. It's the military politics, because it's not the people, not the army guys. I'm not saying them, because then I'm bad mouthing my nephew. But
okay, I'm gonna go conspiracy real quick.
All right, go.
If there were to be a new world order, then our military would have built the infrastructure for a system of control with like militaries that would basically oppress all people because our military has access, can get anywhere in the world like within minutes. You know, like you can't create an uprising when they can bomb you with drones. You just can't. And so, like, I'm not saying that there is or isn't, but I'm saying if there was, then there is a clear infrastructure already built for the robot army to, you know, they have strategic locations that they can be deployed from because our military's everywhere.
I, for one, welcome our new drug overlord. Robot overlord.
Our drone
overlord.
Hey, unless they're rape robots, I do not welcome that at all. We've had that discussion.
Death by snoo snoo.
No.
Death by robotic snoo snoo.
No nasty Nate.
Have you guys seen the AI robots that they basically made that they put the silicone skin over?
Yes.
Yeah, I follow some of them on TikTok, like
And
the
then-
promo bot.
Some of them.
So-
I remember that there was one. I don't remember what she's called now because remember they shut down the other one for talking about possibly murking us. So this new one, she basically did the same thing and basically was saying.
Well, remember,
There's an understanding why that happens though from an AI perspective is that if you think about like this a solution for a big problem, especially I mean we always get to that point ourselves where like when I find myself always saying at some point at the end of a long strain of thought, like, okay, but that's all. I mean, what else can you do, right? That's the answer. What else can you do? Because we realize there is no solution, and so, but a computer or at least a synthetic one, mind wants to find a solution. It just can't. It just can't handle undefined as a solution. So the solution then at the end is to wipe everything out, and so it knows that the only way to do that, of course, is nuclear weapons. And so it's difficult to program computers to have a stalemate where it isn't natural.
Right.
So usually it will always lean towards like a final solution. I mean, not the Nazi final solution, but more like let's just.
Well, what's a little scary, and this is also part of a conspiracy, but we're not going to go super deep into it. There is using CERN. There is a material that allegedly, using like the Higgs boson, that they can develop.
You're
that
a bozo.
Oh man, I have feelings, sir.
There it is. I like that. There he is, Angel. I like that. I love when he. That's, by the way, just to go back to the 1 year thing. That's some of my favorite moments are
The one-liners.
Angel with the
Angel
one-liners.
interjection. Your one-liners are great.
Interruptions. Thanks.
You know what? I do appreciate the one-liners, especially on the listen through, because I'm just as much a part of the Squid Squad as most. Like I listen. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of us.
I'm not a much fan. I don't listen.
He's a liar.
I want the show canceled.
He's a liar. He started the petition to cancel.
I have a club, the anti-ouch club.
You know what?
We're called the Band-Aids.
I vow in this next year to stop crying about woke culture. I'm over it.
You're canceling the cancel culture?
I'm canceling the conversation. I don't care. Like, who cares if they're woke? It's just whatever.
I hate that term. I hate those kind of people. I'm
I
sorry.
hate what it means now because it's not where it came from. It's not what it's supposed to represent.
No, it's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah. If you're woke now, you're not it. Just know that.
If you're
not
woke,
cool.
you're broke.
If you're woke, you're broke. Put that on the shirt.
But sorry.
Oh no! You know what? I
I
have gone on tangents and lost my train of thought throughout this episode, which is great because that's what we do all
That's
the time.
usually how it
That
is.
is
The AI stuff. I really think that's a cool topic. We should deep
Deep
dive
dive?
at some point because
We could.
I liked it. Recently, I know that America has outlawed certain chips to be exported to China. Sorry, because China saw themselves
Yeah.
becoming the frontier for AI.
Yeah.
And these particular chips that they need for that are not being exported. So it's sort of like a fuck you to China. It's another shot across the bow.
well.
The bow.
I just heard that Hawaii, the cell phone company, overtook
Oh,
Apple.
Huawei.
Huawei.
Huawei, yeah.
Okay. They overtook Apple as like the number 2 telecommunications company in the world.
Makes sense.
And so China basically has taken another step forward in the infrastructure of like being able to tap into everybody's phone because I think 70% of like almost all the world other than iPhones is made by them.
You know what's
Scary,
funny
scary,
to me though?
scary.
You know what's funny to me? Like here, Huawei is like they're not allowed in certain places. The phones are not allowed because they're saying about like eavesdropping stuff.
Yeah, same thing. In the government, you cannot have. You can buy. You can have those.
Because it's a Chinese company.
But iPhones, Samsung, Motorola, they all do exactly the same thing. How many times have you guys been out there and like you're in a store and like, oh look, glowfish, and then all of a sudden you get an ad on Facebook that has the fucking glowfish
It's
on there.
because the owners of those companies talk to our government officials. So our government officials are like, yeah, we're good with it.
It's only allowed to for you to spy on people when it's allowed by our government, but when it's another government, it's wrong.
It's because they.
I'm gonna make I'll make a case for that.
Safe.
I will say that the thing that's scary though is that because while maybe you guys can probably split the hairs a little bit more finely, but I think that the American government, I don't want to say that they can be more trusted. They can't, obviously.
No.
But there are more fail safes in our government by our people, by us, versus China, who is
January
not.
6th.
There is no fail safes in China. China is a dictatorship in every way, but by name. And so they have they would eavesdrop, but they would absolutely put that information to action. That's a scary thing. I honestly like.
And the United States is a corporate dictatorship.
Maybe
Capitalist.
we're seeing though that that's not always the case. I mean, if that was the case, Disney would be like fine, but they've been under. I think that we're seeing that there are like some of these ideas that we've had in the past about like this corporate like money. I think what we're finding is that ideologies are stronger than money at times. And in this case right now, it's power that's feeding itself. So like, for example, the reason that, like the Republican Party, I mean, I don't want to go too much on that political.
My ex-party.
Is that
I was Republican for years.
They're less governed now by money and more by ideology and the retention of power itself.
Yeah.
And so that's, yeah. That's how I feel, but I don't know. That's a big topic. I'd rather just like walk away from it.
Yeah, it was. I think at the
Bye,
Enrique.
Enrique. Bring me a taco.
It's weird because I think corporations have more power than like politics now because politicians have to regulate corporations in order to try to like maintain control. But just like your cell phone, like there's a lot of things that your cell phone does that should be illegal.
Yeah.
And it's not. And so these companies have way too much power. And I wonder if like
Politicians own stocks.
yeah, I wonder if these politicians are like, having these private backdoor conversations with these
1,000%.
with these corporations, and they're like, look, this is what I want you to do, and then we're gonna pass this law and yada yada yada, and they're totally playing them off of each other. But just like what happens, they pass the law, they quit their job, and then they go work for the corporation because that's happened.
Yeah,
and so like it was all part of the plan the entire time.
Well, take insider trading, for instance. If you or me or any of us did it, we would get arrested, right? Yet we have politicians like Pelosi who do insider trading openly because they have insider information that no one else has about the state of the government. And they're like, no, we didn't. Yeah, you did, man. And it's not. I'm not pointing out just Democrats who do it because both sides do it. Republicans do it all the time, of course. They control things.
Well, look at the weed industry.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, the reason it's gotten traction is because who is it? What is that Republican?
Cheech.
No, there's a ex-politician or the names are all like out of my head, but yeah,
Anthony Weiner.
No, that's for something else.
That's a real name.
Because isn't he the one that showed off his wiener?
Yeah, he showed his wiener to an underage person, and it's Anthony Weiner. That's another one. He never really. I mean, he got kicked out, but he's still around. He's still. I don't know. It's like
that was the whole
standards, dude.
That was the whole Pizzagate, but not to get too far into that because that's a whole nother can of worms. But while we're talking about politicians and corporations,
news.
I have a story here. Speaking of politicians, a trainer and a racehorse both test positive for meth.
That was one fast horse.
Why not?
They better have gotten first place. If they didn't get first place, then what's the point of having that?
They were all over the place. They
How
just
did-
like climbed over the side and just went up their side. And just were looking at random things.
How did they suspect the horse? Was it like moving its jaw back and forth really fast over and over again? Chewing its own jaw? Like,
Don't you know a horse is a horse?
of course.
I bet the horse was the plug. He was dealing to his owner. He's
Something like a phenomenon.
all the apples are still there. Okay.
What
So,
was the name of the horse? Crystal?
I see what you did there. Okay.
Read the article.
A trainer and her horse. Oh, her horse.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, this just got.
Have-
Drop your voice. You gotta say it.
Okay. A trainer and her horse have been banned from racing after both tested positive for having methamphetamine in their systems. Rachel Lockett, age 50, and her horse B Flexi were tested after winning a race at the Otaki Mahori Racing Club in Otaki, a town in. Okay, see why? It's in New Zealand, y'all. Okay, on January 5th, in turn securing owners a stake of $6,720. After B Flexi was swabbed, results showed there was meth in the animal system. Lockett was then made to provide urine and her hair follicle samples, both of which came back positive. While traces of the Class A drug were found in the horse's in the horse trunk used to transport the 4-year-old mare.
So the drugs were in the trunk, the carrier for the
Yeah.
horse, and that's why he got high.
I had to read that first because I was like, the horse trunk, like that's
the horse has a trunk.
it was. Someone shoved it up the horse's butt, trying to get it across county lines. That's weird. That's what I thought. I'm sorry, you guys. I got stuck on that part. I was like, that's disgusting.
A fucking horse on meth, dude.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Screw you and the horse you rode in on, right?
Nope, sir.
No,
I
sir.
don't like it.
Miss Lockett, we're gonna need you to lock it down.
So, what are the benefits of a high horse?
She's on her high horse.
I guess she graduated from being on the white pony, huh?
Oh.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man.
That's another thing that I love about our podcast. The little weird, bizarro Doyle news that we have.
Over this last year, I've read some weird stuff. I blame Angel.
Yeah, because I do the research.
I mean, there might have been one or two in there that somebody else found. I'm not saying no names. Me.
That's why they're named Doyle News.
But no, it's because you said you can read. I said
Hey, you
read.
can read.
When I was in public school, I sucked at public reading. You know what I mean? They'd be like,
I thought
Jason,
that conversation was going entirely different when you
Can
said
you-
I suck. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, whoa.
Okay, no comment. We did not have a casting couch in my public school.
This is not a public school; it's a private school. Thank you
Let
very
me
much.
also add that Doyle went to an all-male public school.
Hey. We don't talk about that. We keep it in the closet. No, it's crazy because some of these stories, like even as I'm reading them, I'm like, what in the heck am I reading? The lady who married the airplane.
Oh my God.
What the heck is her problem? Olga's still the best story.
Olga is one of the best ones.
She ninja flipped the robber and kept him as a sex slave and fed him Viagra.
What about the Frenchman who was raped by the cops, by the French cops?
Dang it! What was his name? Oh man! See, everybody just ran a blank.
Right? Damn.
Damn. What are the ones?
There was the chili. Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out.
the Drake and the chili. Yeah.
Man, that's these stories. They just get wilder and wilder, and the more wild they get, the more
Tutorial news.
That means I got another one. Okay. Since we're talking about wild. Okay. A dwarf handed crayons and a coloring book as a couple sat down for a romantic dinner. Buckle your seatbelts. It's about to get offensive, baby. Okay. A 3'7" dwarf took his fiance to a restaurant for a romantic meal and was handed a children's coloring book and crayons by the waitress when he sat down. First of all,
Here you go, young man.
I'm angry already.
No, sir.
That is called good service. I want them to take care of my children like that. All right?
Wait. What kind of date was it if he's taking them to a place that gives them a fucking playmat and crayons?
That's a great question, sir.
It's
Let's
like,
read on.
What kind of
The
money?
fiance must be upset. It's like, you never take me anywhere nice.
Okay.
Let's go to Denny's.
This guy's name is James Lusted. He's 26.
He was lusted over?
Yeah. Okay. Was on a date with his 5'7" fiance, Chloe Roberts. She was 20. So far, 26 and 20. Okay. I see
So
this.
far, I'm picturing a scene from The Boys. That's all I want to say. Keep going.
In their native Cardiff, when the waitress picked up the two menus and brought over the crayons and coloring book, the waitress realized she had made a crucial error when James said thank you in a deep adult voice.
Thank you.
James and his fiance were good-humored about the incident, saying it was the highlight of the night.
But they reported it to journalists.
James said, as I said thank you to the waitress, she heard my voice and knew I wasn't a child. She immediately put the coloring book behind her back in shock. But I am man enough to see the funny side. I would never take offense. The pair planned to marry in 2016. How old is this story?
Dude, that dwarf has big dick energy.
First of all,
You know what? I
Hey.
want to say it. Have you guys ever watched a little person tossing?
I've seen The Wolf of
competition?
Wall Street.
Oh my God, yes.
It's so offensive, but it's really entertaining. I mean, I'm sorry, but
AAA.
ooh, speaking of wrestling,
Back to wrestling.
oh yeah,
for years there was always like that 6'5" guy who would like come in and just kick the midget down. You guys, every single time I
The
saw
term
that
midget is
scene,
not-
I know it's little people, and I'm not like but in
Burn the
wrestling,
witch! Cancel!
in wrestling,
Cancel him.
okay, it's little people, okay. Every single time that 6'5" guy would just come in and kick the crap out of this poor little person.
Be like, I like that you corrected yourself. That was very big of you.
You're not small-minded at all, are you?
Oh man, I got to do better. Just a
a
little
big
bit.
man.
It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong.
No, it takes a big man when he admits he made a little mistake.
Oh man.
no. I'm cutting you guys off right there.
We apologize.
We
to our
jumped over
little
the
people.
shark on that one.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest.
He has little patience for this.
And we're back, people, and we're back.
Over this last year, one of my favorite things to do in all of the episodes is to make
Dwarf tossing?
No, is to make Enrique lose it. Anytime, and there's been a couple moments. I think when I broke into the Indian accent that one time.
Oh my God.
I wasn't ready for that shit, man. That's all it was. You just caught me off guard because we're just.
Thank you.
I admit, any time that you say anything offensive that makes Enrique go, "I'm about to lose my job," is pretty funny. 'Cause, I mean, it's too bad that we don't are recording this, so you don't see him shaking his head.
I kicked a little person. Man, it's just the highlight of the show, you guys. If you are listening, if we live to make Enrique break. Broke
Broke ass Enrique.
Oh man. So, James lusted, huh? I think I'm going to go on a limb and say this is a fake story because is that it's a
real.
big fake. It's a real story.
It's a real story.
I mean,
Pictures
I
and all.
believe. Okay, so the reason I thought it was fake and I was leaning towards that is because his last name is Lusted. Everything else I could totally believe a little bit, but this is a tall tale. It's really hard to take.
I don't know. I feel like it has some shortcomings.
Oh man. You know what? He's a bigger man because he was able to step up and
No,
really.
I'm telling you that he has like big dick energy. He's like, thank you. When he handed the children's menu.
Well, she
I would
was-
have been like, bitch, what the fuck?
He's a BDE.
Okay, his date is 5'7", and he's 3'7". So she got what, a whole 2 feet on him.
Well, you've heard the term pocket pussy, right?
Whoa, what?
This is the female version of that.
Okay, no. Well, back up. I've never heard the term pocket pussy. What the hell is that? Anything like the French tickler or
It's
what?
like a fleshlight.
Oh, okay. See, I was just gonna skip over it, like, because I didn't know and I didn't want to go into detail.
What?
I'm going into details, man.
What godless corner of the internet do you surf in?
It's called Reddit.
Yeah, it's godless. All right,
It
on
checks
there.
out.
Yeah.
Bro, you need Buddha. You need Buddha. You need Allah. You need them all. They need to you need an intervention.
I've graduated from Rotten.com and I've gone straight into Reddit, and I miss Rotten.com.
I miss Rotten.
Some of the things on Reddit are like, Jesus,
Man.
Joseph.
Yeah. Oh man, that's just too much to go off of with stuff like that.
That's what she said.
You know what? Let's do something fun. Let's switch it up.
Okay.
Because every once in a while, Angel, you've kind of like brought something fresh and new, and it's just like a good time for us to just
Okay.
have a little fun. So I think we should just
Y'all want to play a game?
yeah,
To play a game.
would you like to play a game?
All right. This is Ouch Trivia Night. Let's do a little ouchie. Let's do movies. We did for the Halloween one. We did Halloween episode, Halloween movies.
That was fun.
This time, let's just do regular movies. Okay. The teams will be the same. We have George, Enrique, and Doyle as always. We'll start from my left. This is a multiple choice question.
I'm
okay?
changing my last name. It's gonna be Lusted.
For instance, here's the first one. Ready? Which notorious football star was considered for the role of the
O.J.
Terminator?
OJ.
Okay, Doyle's got the point. It was
Sweet.
supposed to be over here, but okay. He
It's all
beat
right,
you
we'll
for
just
it.
go that way.
O.J. Simpson, we'll start that way.
I just want you guys to know.
Really?
The only
OJ?
you know what gave away the answer?
What?
Notorious.
Yeah.
And once you said notorious, I said OJ.
Yeah.
I
mean-
didn't even think of the movie. I just said OJ.
Notorious football player. He's running around killing people.
Enrique,
That sounds like a Terminator.
hey, someone's got to keep a score.
He was after a woman.
A white woman.
It works on so many levels.
Oh my god.
You know why they didn't go with OJ?
Why?
They seriously said, no one could. It's not believable that he'd be a killer. I'm not kidding. Look it up.
They definitely misread that one.
Did not
Wow.
age well, did it?
Wow.
All right, Enrique, your turn. What year did Dr. Emmett Brown and Marty McFly travel to in Back to the Future Part 2? Do you want the multiple choice or do you want to answer it?
1955.
No.
Oh,
I
shit.
said Part 2.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Georgie.
2018?
No, Doyle, you got a chance to steal it here.
I know this. I know this.
Read the question one more time.
What year did Dr. Emmett Brown and Marty McFly travel to in Back to the Future Part 2?
Oh, 20s.
Can I do over?
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
Is it 2015?
It's 2015.
Yeah.
To be specific, October 21st, 2015.
You know what was cool on that day in the movie? they released the Marty McFlys that actually self-tied tennis shoes.
Fucking love those things, and I
They
hate that-
sucked, but that
They
was
did?
just
Yeah,
cool
because
for
they're still
the
falling
nostalgia.
apart, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you can
They would tie themselves like 3 times, and then that was it.
yeah.
Okay, Enrique.
Yes, sir.
For his performance in which film did Leonardo DiCaprio, Leo, finally win his Academy Award for Best Picture?
Oh, shit.
Do you want
Not
the multiple
one
choice?
he should have won
Yeah,
it
give me
for.
multiple choice,
Okay,
please.
was it Blood Diamond? Was it The Wolf of Wall Street? Was it The Revenant? Or was it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Shit. I'm gonna say Revenant.
Ding 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 ding
It
ding ding
is.
ding 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 ding.
It's the bear fucking scene. Yeah.
It was the bare essentials of the scene. You know, Leo said that was
He
the
bared it all.
Leo said that was the toughest scene he ever filmed. He said he barely made it.
That joke was unbearable.
I can hardly bear it.
Hey, dude, keep score. You're not keeping score.
Oh, we're keeping score. I thought we were just having fun.
Oh, whatever. Well, how do we know who the winner is if you don't keep
Well,
score?
we didn't win in the last game either.
We're all winners.
The audience are the losers.
Participation trophy shit. I want to score, damn it.
Don't
Georgie.
at me.
I need validation.
Oh,
Validate me.
This one is kind of okay.
George is losing.
Who was the director of Pink Floyd The Wall, the movie? Was it Danny Boyle? Was it Woody Allen? Was it Oliver Stone? Or was it Alan Parker?
Woody. I just wanted to say that.
I don't know why I'm going to say Alan Parker.
Yeah.
And that's correct because the other ones would not be nowhere near it. So yeah,
Yep.
circle gets a square.
Woody.
You're just gonna say that for the rest of the episode, aren't you, Woody?
Just go Woody.
The Doyle. Indiana Jones took his nickname from what childhood pet? Do you want the multiple choice or just want to answer?
I want the multiple choice.
Was it cat, dog, fish, or hawk?
Kitty cat?
That's wrong. Enrique?
What were the options again?
Cat, dog, fish, or hawk?
I just want to point out
Fish.
Wrong.
I just want to point out that the Jeopardy music is like killer right now.
I remember now. I'm not gonna say, but
Georgie?
yeah, I remember.
The only one that sounds cool is Hawk. That's probably wrong.
They're all wrong. The
It's
correct answer is the dog.
I remember
know-
when Sean Connery, as his dad, tells him, "You named yourself after the dog."
Which is true.
Yeah.
George Lucas had a dog named Indiana. He also had another one named Chewbacca, which is where they got the name Chewbacca from.
Really? So he named his dog Chewbacca before the character.
Star
came
Wars.
out.
Yeah.
What weird name is that to
His
begin
kids,
with?
his kids named it that. So Chewy, because he was chewing Chewbacca, and then it just became Chewbacca.
That explains why Chewbacca looks like a giant dog and acts like.
Yeah.
Although remember the original, the what is it, Ralph
Han's
McQuarrie's
best friend.
original designs for Chewbacca were this really bug-eyed alien that ended up becoming
Zeb from Star Wars Rebels.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, Doyle. Which of these Oscar-winning films has the longest runtime? Which is the longest one? Is it
Titanic.
is it Gone with the Wind? Is it Lawrence of Arabia? Is it Ben-Hur over? Or is it Cleopatra?
Ooh, I'm so lost, but I'm gonna just go on a record and say Ben-Hur.
No.
Dang, that movie was like 12 hours.
Enrique?
It's not Gone with the Wind. Lawrence of Arabia.
Wrong.
Darn.
By default.
Georgie?
Gone with the Wind.
No.
Dang, how'd you get that right? Wrong.
It was Cleopatra with a whopping 248 minutes.
Because I couldn't remember that clear.
What is that in hours?
You know what it was? I thought Ben-Hur was 3 hours.
It's about 5 hours, right?
Like, no. It's about 3 something.
Because
Well, okay, so let's see. 60 minutes. 60 minutes is 120.
Hold on.
That's
okay,
2 hours already.
So do you guys remember like
Yeah,
Ben-Hur
4 hours, 13
on-
minutes.
How
4
many
hours,
hours?
13
It
minutes.
came in like that box set. The VHS.
Yeah.
I went way back. VHS. The VHS of Ben-Hur was like 3 tapes.
3 tapes, yeah.
It was freaking long. Like
And it had,
took-
and the spine was like bed and her. Like, each one, like, it was like spelled out, but it was like really long.
yeah. I remember a teacher was like, "We're gonna watch Ben-Hur," and I was like, "Oh yeah, this would be a great day." It was like a great week because we didn't do jack. We didn't do nothing.
Enrique. Which movie includes a villain named Pizza the Hut?
Oh shit! I know this. Don't even give me choices. Space
Can we all say
balls.
it? Oh, no.
There you go.
Baseball. Oh, wait, we should have all said it. Yeah, but Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut. Final one.
I think it's movies like Spaceballs that have really influenced us here on this show.
Oh,
like
yeah.
if it wasn't for a show like
Naked
that.
Gun, Spaceballs, Top Secret,
Hot shots.
Blazing
Hot
Saddles,
Shots.
man.
Blazing Saddles,
Blazing
Monty
Saddles.
Python,
Yeah.
Robin
History
Hood,
of the World Part 1,
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
We're men.
Yes,
We're men in tights.
Yes.
Can you tell me and Angel love that movie way too much?
That's a great movie.
The actor who played Robin Hood in that movie, everything he's in, I love.
Yeah. Comey? No. What's his name? Kerry something?
Something.
He was also in. He was the one that was in.
In Saw.
Yeah, the original
Princess
Saw.
Bride.
That's the one I was thinking. Princess Bride.
Bram Stoker Dracula.
He won me over. I don't know if it's his persona since that movie, like not taking himself too serious, but every time I see him in something, I totally enjoy it.
Me too.
There's a few actors and actresses like that.
Yeah, me too. Final one here. Which popular disaster movie score was not written by John Williams? Your choices are Earthquake, Dante's Peak, The Towering Inferno, and The Poseidon Adventure.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
What was the first one? Earthquake?
Earthquake, Dante's Peak, Towering Inferno, or The Poseidon Adventure.
I'm going to just go with Earthquake.
Doyle?
I'm gonna say Dante's Inferno because that's the only one I saw.
Well, that's weird because there's no movie called Dante's Inferno. There's Dante's Peak and
That's
there's
what I
Towering
meant.
Inferno.
I doubled down on my answer, so I got one of
So you
those.
can get which one is it? So which one is it?
Dante's Peak.
And he got it. Dante's Peak.
Yeah, 'cause you know what? The giveaway was that those other three disaster films are all from the same era, and Dante's Peak is like that shitty movie from the 90s.
Shitty movie. Is it worse than Volcano?
Okay, Volcano, Dante's Peak, or The Day After Tomorrow, which is worse?
Oh shit! Dante's Peak. Because Day After Tomorrow is kind of a fun mess.
Yeah, Day After Tomorrow you can watch because it's just terrible and you can make fun of it.
It's a fun mess.
Volcano, same thing. Come on, Volcano in La Brea or Sunset or something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty fucking. That's just pretty bad. And then seeing Tommy Lee Jones, he did not have a good time making that movie.
He phoned it in for the check.
He's like, God damn it, I got to do this fucking film.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I got alimony.
I got kids to pay for.
And Dante's Peak.
I mean, okay, so
I believe Dante's Peak was made to torture people. I believe that movie was like.
is it because it's called Dante, like Dante's Inferno?
Yeah, it's like, you know how there was like 10 circles of hell? That's the 11th or 12th. Like, it like it added it on.
The 10th circle of hell is just the movie theater.
Just the movie theater? Where Dante's Peak played?
Oh, man.
And you're eating stale popcorn and you can't leave. And the floors are super sticky. Like each time they get stuck and you're like...
Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton?
They're the ushers. They're the ones there like, making you eat the popcorn.
And they're doing eye contact with you, making sure that you are pretending that you enjoy the movie the whole time. They're like just looking at you like, dare say
Are
something
you
wrong about this
surrounded
I mean,
by
have you
people
looked-
eating bananas?
After the movie, they're all like, did you enjoy it?
Pierce Brosnan's eyes, man, they're like deep pools of water. You can get lost in them.
Except for in that movie, he was just like, kill me now.
Okay, I got another one for you.
All right.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Jared Leto, or what's the name of the actor from X-Men First Class?
Which one of the many?
Right.
Nicholas Holt?
Professor
James
X.
McAvoy?
James McAvoy.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's a better actor?
Oh, James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, hands down.
Yeah. I mean,
Jared Leto's terrible.
like-
Jared Leto used to be
That
good in
was
the
trash.
beginning, but then after a while, all his characters are the same. Pompous,
Yeah, he bought
Pause.
into his hype.
spoken.
He bought into
Plus,
his hype.
now he
way
has
too
a
much.
cult. He has his own cult. He as Jesus Christ. He goes out and has a whole cult and the whole things. And
fucking stupid,
he has
man.
pictures of himself in this like tunic, like he's Jesus Christ. He grew the beard out, the hair, and he's like going around going like, "Peace be with you." And he's like, has all these people fucking star fucking him. It's insane.
Have you guys ever seen any of the videos from 30 Seconds to Mars?
No,
It explains everything.
Does
Just so you guys know.
The
This
thing
is
is,
my
he-
issue with the occult.
he was great in Fight Club.
Yes.
He was great in Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
He was great like early on, but then somewhere along the line he just started start fucking himself, and he ruined everything he was in. He was terrible as the Joker.
He was
as insane
terrible.
clown posse
Garbage.
Joker. He was terrible as Morbius.
He was awful as Morbius.
He was terrible in fucking as Wallace in Blade Runner. He's the part of the movie that really made me hate the movie when it first came out. I'm like, why is he in this movie? He's gonna be terrible in the Haunted Mansion.
He's in the Haunted Mansion.
He's in the new Haunted Mansion with Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm gonna go back and watch the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion.
I haven't watched that.
Actually, you know what?
It wasn't
holds
bad.
up.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
not
that
bad.
movie.
It wasn't bad.
And the girl who plays his wife in the movie, oh my god, is she stunning? I don't know, where is she? She was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I think she's on TV now.
Is she?
She must
man,
be on the
she
show.
Was beautiful, man. Like beautiful.
She
Like,
did a
pageant.
movie. She did a movie with Martin Lawrence called Black Knight.
I remember Black
That
Knight.
movie was pretty good.
She was the princess. Yeah.
Am I like, what?
What?
Identity crisis going on over there?
Sorry, this gender fluid shit's got me confused.
I told you, get off the internet. It's not a real place.
George, what is your pronoun?
Angry.
Angry and flat.
Oh man.
Oh man! All right, so haunted house,
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. Thank you, dude. I'm not a fan of the when they do the redressing of it with Nightmare.
Yeah, you know what?
Not a big fan of it. Like it's
Okay.
it's cute, but
cool,
it's just like
But
Prefer the OG
it's a
one.
disservice to two fan bases. It's a disservice to the Haunted Mansion, which I am, because it takes away and we can't watch, we
And
can't see it on
that-
that.
right.
And for the Nightmare Before Christmas crowd, like my family, I used to be, because it doesn't give them a full original ride. They should piss and get off the pot and fucking actually make a Nightmare Before Christmas year-round ride.
Yeah.
It's just, it's that popular now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Disney did not have any faith in it and they wanted to bury it. That's why they released it originally under the Buena Vista video line. They did not want to make it Disney. It never was Walt Disney Presents. It was just a Buena Vista, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
They did not want to have nothing to do with it. But then they were like, fuck, it made a lot of money. Walt Disney Presents. It's
Yeah.
like, and now all of a sudden they're doing all this shit and they have Bone Daddy t-shirts and all this other crap.
There's an awesome like live theater, like dinner theater in downtown LA that totally like recaptures Beetlejuice.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
It's
the
awesome.
Burton House. The Burton House.
Yeah,
I have
it's
first time
the
hearing
Burton
this.
House,
That sounds
dude.
great.
hey,
We gotta
I've
go.
Seen,
Yeah,
We gotta
I've
go.
seen some
I would be down. I'm
videos.
down.
It would be right up your alley. Like
Right, cool.
We should do like a double date with that one.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be great. My wife.
oh,
would
you're
love
gonna
that.
pay for me? That's great. That's wonderful. See.
Okay, we'll do a quadruple date. How's that? Well, I'll
Oh,
take
wait.
our specific.
Oh, I gotta take
Significant
somebody?
others.
I thought you were paying for me. See.
Nah. You don't put out.
You know what? The court of public
You're
opinion
like, you know
is
what?
in
For-
session.
You're like, for the Burton House, I will.
The prosecution would like to call the defendant to the stand. Angel, I just need you to put your hand on the Bible.
No, it burns.
And I need you to swear under oath.
Shit, fuck.
Not that kind of swear. The allegations being brought today are you being a cheap ass. Valerie, you can confirm or deny these allegations, but the court is in session.
I plead the fifth.
The defense rests.
Oh my god! Have you guys seen that? You know that guy who ran through a parade and killed a bunch of people?
Which time?
In Wisconsin? I know.
Recently?
How sad how we have to. Yeah, last year.
I just
Did you see? He had a whole court hearing. I know it's this country. I swear to God, they have a mental health issue. He was in his court trial. He fired his attorneys and he was representing himself. It is the weirdest clusterfuck to hear this guy. He's one of those sovereign citizen type people, but he's just so crazy, man. So crazy to see what he's trying to come up with. But that just reminded me of the whole plead the fifth and all that stuff. Of course, he lost and he was found guilty of 6 counts of murder. But just everything that he was trying to say and do is like, wow.
It's crazy. I mean, going back to mental health, since we're there, I don't understand. It's only because of our privilege in this country that mental health issues are as high as they are.
I believe
Mental
so.
health drops off significantly when you get to third world countries. I don't know if it's because it's not being reported and monitored, because in a hut, there's got to be some crazy people in a hut. You know what I'm saying? But like at some point, I think it's our privilege. We're sitting around thinking about stuff that we shouldn't be thinking about. Like, we have time to go on Reddit and think about other people's lives. When you're in the third world country, you got to focus on your survival and your kids.
Yeah.
And like when you break it down to like the simplicity of life, like it's so much easier to be healthy and happy. And so I don't know if you guys are spending way too much time on the internet and that's where all this mental health crap is coming from. I call it crap because I hate it. I really do. I hate that we've termed it what we've done because I think it's actually elevating it. It's, if you notice, the numbers are on the rise the more that we talk about it and the more that we enable people to say, there's something wrong with you. They go, there is something wrong with me. I have mental health issues. And then
Well, it's an
we're
excuse.
enabling it.
It's an excuse. It enables, but it doesn't actually fix the issue.
Right.
For the people that actually suffer. I
Absolutely.
suffer from mental health. You know.
And I'm not saying
But
that
I'm not
there's
saying-
not real people out there with real mental health
Yeah.
issues. I'm saying that before they become those people with real mental health issues, there's a lot of people who are like riding the trend of like, it's cool to have mental health.
But do you think that some of these are like legit mental health issues and then other people are trying to get this mental health privilege?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some people are just trying to. They think
And
it's a trend, so they're
associate-
trying to be associated into it. Yeah.
Some skank can't keep a boyfriend and broke up with the last 3 dudes and now she's got mental health issues. Get the F out of here. I'm tired of people like
just
that.
a
Some
way
incel-
to get
some incel
victim
can't get
mentality
laid and he's
type
like,
stuff.
Yeah, a lot of times it's people who are thirsty for attention and they're not getting the attention that they like, and it's because they're kind of crappy people. And then now I got mental health issues. No, you're a selfish prick. Stop
Don't look
being
at George
like that.
when you say that.
Why? Why? I was talking to him.
Oh.
I'm trying to fix this world. All of it.
One rant at a time.
Oh. I'm trying to go around the world and fix everything. Okay. Wait for it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I was trying to get him to go into a flat earth rant. He didn't bite. He didn't bite.
I know. I was waiting for it too. I was like, George,
Yes.
your global issues are not coming out anymore.
That what?
He fell off the flat earth after he went on this mission.
Get him, George. Don't
Whatever
take that.
did you find on your research?
Jab back, baby.
Be like, well, on my epic journey to the ends of the earth, I went to all 4 corners just to confirm.
4 quarters.
Just to confirm there is no rotundness.
It's not robust.
It's that time, guys.
Oh man, this episode was fun. Reminiscing on the old days a year ago.
A year ago, the old days.
The old days. Hey,
A long time ago.
after all the stuff we've talked about and lived through this year, I can say that I've aged a lot this year. Look, I got gray in my beard now. I feel,
Well, look at me, dude.
I
I've
know.
gone all white. I didn't have this about a year and a half ago.
You're gonna be able to play Santa Claus in the mall soon,
Oh,
sir.
I hope so, man. I'm gonna go bring my beard nice and long. I'll be like that year-round Santa. I'll be like, Valentine's Santa, New Year's Santa,
that'd be the weird.
Santa,
Women, hide your children.
Halloween Santa,
Hide your children, hide your eyes.
Thanksgiving
They're
Santa,
raping everybody out here.
Summer Santa,
Summer Santa.
He's sweating his ass off carrying that sucker.
Republican Santa, MAGA
I would
Santa.
watch that movie, Summer Santa, coming to a theater near you.
Oh man.
Will Ferrell will be playing Summer Santa.
Man, you know what? This holiday season, I think I'm going to revisit Bad Santa a few times.
I have never seen that movie.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
shit.
you must watch it. Trust me.
It's on my to-do list.
Your humor, you're gonna love that movie. That movie is okay.
There's even a midget in there.
Little person.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm not the only
slipped my
heathen at
mind.
this table.
I had a little bit of a mind slip there.
See,
Yeah.
I at least say dwarf.
See,
Yeah, do you know the difference between the two?
No.
all the little
The-
people around the
The
world.
difference between the two is that one is fully proportioned as like being all his, limbs and his torso and everything.
Yeah.
Are all the same in proportion. They're just small. And then I believe it's the dwarf. He has the full like torso, like just like one of
Normal,
us,
but
but just has short limbs, short
Ah,
appendages.
that's the difference. Do you guys remember how the urban legend about Bell Gardens? No, Downey having
Yes.
a dwarf town.
Yeah, yeah. We talked about that in one of our
We did?
podcasts.
Oh, okay.
It
Flashback again.
actually had the name. I think people called it Midgetown.
Midget town.
Yeah, it was originally set to be okay. So right on Foster Bridge, if you look it up on Google Maps, the city of Bell Gardens,
Foster Bridge and
there's
Downey.
Foster Bridge, and there's a street called Foster Bridge that intersects with another street called Suva. And there's this little area there, which is now Downey, right past the watershed, right, the riverbed. There's this little road. And it's so stupid because if you drive in the road, it's just a dead end. And really, there were two small houses, really, but it's probably just because of how poor that area was. But people, people were talking about this since the 70s, from what my cousin said, because my cousin was old enough to have gone to, back in the 70s. They were already talking about this midget town place where supposedly if you drove up that street, the little guys would come out with pitchforks and yell at you.
That was the story that I said, yeah.
My street. And it's like, no. Were
they tiny pitchforks?
They were actually
imagine
forks.
they
They're
would.
regular forks.
It's like Gulliver's Travels.
By the way, have you guys seen those videos where it's usually like a little person who barges into the room and he's like, "What would you do if I came into your house?" And then they cut to another guy who like it's a regular person. He closes the door on this little doll and just squashes him and just goes, eh. Like there's a whole series of these videos and they're more funnier to see than explain. But yeah, it's.
I've been to Henry Dinkler's house. Shout out HD.
Well, we ran out of time for the other one. Let's say our goodbyes. Until next time.
Till next time.
Georgie?
It's been a great year.
Well, probably the next time I sit here and record, it'll be as a proud new pappy.
Yay! First time daddy.
All right.
Does that mean that someone else besides Doyle is going to call you daddy?
Daddy.
Daddy.
I refute those allegations.
And so do I. I second that.
Enrique?
Yeah, you know what? Fun. And I guess we're not going to be doing this again until
December. The next one's come out.
December, so we're
taking a month off. I mean, this is the only one that comes out for November.
Yeah.
And then, sorry guys, we're not going to have another one for Thanksgiving because we're going to be enjoying the holidays. We're going to take a small little hiatus, but we will be back in December for our fun year-end.
Maybe
blowout.
we can get them an ouchie for Thanksgiving.
Maybe.
Something
Maybe something
small
on the phone.
to say we're thankful for you
I
guys.
think that it's funny.
We could
that
give
we're
ouch
gonna-
Thanksgiving, yeah, and then just each one of us say what we're thankful for.
I'm with that.
I'm thankful that this show is over.
Jesus Christ! That one hurt.
Yeah, I felt that too.
I don't even know what to say after that.
That's hurtful.
Never make what?
No, I'm
Never
not.
make. Never
I can't even say it.
Never make pudding in the morning.
Jello pudding pops.
Never stick your finger in the. I don't know.
Never stick your finger in and smell it. Doyle, your turn. Anything else that you gotta say?
I just want to bear with everything that we've talked about really quick because shout out to Leo, shout out RDJ, going back all the way back.
Shout out to all our guests.
Our celebrity friends,
Cisco,
James Cameron,
Glam Vamp, Angel the Cop, Adil, Miss Ronnie. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know why I
Quentin
said Miss Ronnie.
Tarantino.
What?
What?
Huh? O.J. Simpson.
Bill Cosby.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I write him letters.
All right.
How'd you do it?
Spirits up.
I was making the pudding and then I went to the top.
And the jungle in the pudding.
I listened to O.U.C.H on the weekends. In my pudding pot. I never made eye contact.
Oh my god!
Make sure to check our website, ouchcast.com. Our Instagram is on there. All our socials are on there. Facebook, Twitter. Make sure to check out our Discord where we have a lot of lollygagging and never make eye contact while eating a banana.